Here is a stock carb which has been on the bike in the last motor itineration for, I haven't cleaned it for 2 years, I don't think, something like that. Anyway, it's a 28mm Oco, which has been really good. But the jet settings are correct, the needle height is correct. The next thing I'll do, when I cleaned this up last night, it's about 5 or 6 in the morning. It's really nice out here. It's too bad I get tired in the afternoon. I'll build this today, this carburetor, re-put all the parts back together. I like to keep my jet, when you're building a carburetor, you always want to keep your jet with a C, that's called a C clamp clip. And there are 5 settings on here. There is from the top to the bottom. It's usually on the 3rd setting or right in the middle. Now if you change this clip, what it does is it raises or lowers the needle in the jet itself, which is right there. And when it raises and lowers, it either lets you have more gas or less gas, fuel, during your slight throttle to full throttle to whatever. Now I want to thank Grant Mara for turning me on to the 33mm Mikuni. That will be going on after the motor has been run, and I make sure everything's okay. I will put the 33 Mikuni Sedco on. Also, I will put on the very expensive clutch. Now on this one, I'm only going to run in the fuel tank. I'm not going to run any race gas because I thought about it, and that race gas may be corrosive to the fennel petals of the Boyson reeds. If that's the case, then it distorts the petals and eventually doesn't do them any good. I don't know if that is a problem or not, but I'm just going to run straight premium. May even run a little bit of avgas. Aviation fuel it's called 100 low lead. It's green. You go down to a local airport and you want to go to the part of the airport where they have private planes, and they have a big 5,000 gallon tanker that fills up the planes. And you just tell them, look, I got 5 gallons here. Bring a bunch of change if you're going to do this, okay? Don't bring them a $20 bill. Bring them a bunch of ones, a bunch of quarters, things like that. And they'll charge you, say, like, if normal gasoline is, say, like $4 a gallon, it'll be $5.50, $6 a gallon. And what you do is you split the low lead 50-50 with your regular gas. And of course use whatever oil you're going to do. Now with the oiling system in a new motor, what I will run is petroleum based, say like Bel-Ray, at 40 to 1 to break in the motor for the first 500 miles. Now a lot of people say, well, it's 500 miles. That's a friend of mine, Mason. Hi Mason. Mason. Kitty, kitty, kitty. Food. You're just going, shut up and give me the food, bitch. Anyway, I'll run 40 to 50 to 1 petroleum based to break the rings in. After that, I'll thin the oil down and I'll run what's it called, synthetic, because you can get less oil, more gas, bigger boom. Last thing I'll do is hook up the pipe. I'm kind of paranoid about hooking it up right now because I'm kind of afraid it'll get stolen. I don't know why. After I put the carb on, what I'll probably do after I hook it up is I will take this cap off, and you have to slowly pour in your antifreeze. I got it over, oh, it's over here somewhere. I'm using 50-50 antifreeze, 50 antifreeze, 50 and water 50. The water is denatured, not denatured, but it's water with no minerals in it. And that's what you want to use. And then I have to slowly turn the pump on and off right here. with this button, it'll go zzz, zzz, and what that'll do is run the radiator fluid up into the head, and it takes a while for it to all the air bubbles to get out, because a lot of these heads have an air screw right here. This one doesn't, and that's fine. I'm just not going to leave it and do it in there. So what I do to compensate for that is I use my overflow bottle, which hooks up right here, and I fill the overflow bottle up. And what that does is, in an enclosed system, it blows all the air bubbles out of the system, and then when it cools down, it sucks the extra radiator fluid back into here. And that takes a while. It's kind of fun to do, but I got to get the motor to start first. So I've just been lifting a few weights. You can tell I got to fly back east to Minneapolis here in a month. But I've been lifting a few weights. Not bad for 60. Still got all my hair. What do you think, Mason? Oh, he says shut up and get the damn food, bitch. Okay, I'll get the food.